Welcome everyone to Vested Interest. This is Shane, and before we get into the video, I'd like to take a moment to thank everyone who's taken the time to watch, comment, and like the videos, and a special thank you to those who have subscribed to the channel. I really do appreciate it. The channel continues to grow because of people like you. On this channel, we cover dividend growth investing, portfolio updates like the one I'm going to do today. That's what this video here is about. We also do Stock Pick of the Day series Monday through Thursday, where I cover a stock that's pulled back on the day to see if there's some value there. I do a video on all my dividends paid at the end or the beginning of the next month. And I do a stocks to watch for the or stocks to buy for the following month video, either right at the end of the month or the beginning of the next month as well. So if you are a dividend growth investor, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Join us on this journey to financial freedom. Join the vested interest community, trying to build a like-minded community of dividend growth investors so we can share our experiences, stocks we're watching, stocks we might be avoiding, mistakes we've made along the way. I'm even doing options now, so if any of you are doing options, I'd love to hear about it, what your options plays are, how's it going for you. And again, hit that subscribe button and join us. Let's jump right into the portfolio update video here. As you can see, we did add $1,654 in new capital to the portfolio. Let's see where it went. So starting out with options on May 31st, last day of May there, I did get an option to go through on Williams-Sonoma, a put option there for $112 with a strike price of $112 with a expiration date of June 9th. So that'll be next Friday, not the Friday we just went through, the second Friday of June there. And we got $169.45 in options premium. So that's the first, or really the last one of May there. And that was in my update video there whenever I did the dividends paid out and options paid out for that video. So if you haven't seen that, go ahead and check that out. It's on the channel. So on June 2nd, we started adding on June 2nd, we had the first and only dividend payout from Enbridge. So I left in here, I typically don't show this, but I wanted you to understand the implications of a foreign stock. So Enbridge is a foreign energy company, oil and gas distributor out of Canada. So whenever you get a dividend, right, you can see here Enbridge, ticker ENB, again out of the energy sector, paid out $92.54, but you can see that only $78.66 went back in and bought shares, picking up 2.14065 shares, right, at $36.74 per share. But then this $13.88 you see sitting off here to the side didn't get any shares. Well, that's what pays the foreign tax. So if you're invested in some foreign companies like I am, Enbridge being one of them, there are often foreign tax implications. So again, even though $92.54 was paid out in dividends, I only got to keep $78.66, and then the taxes are automatically paid out. That's at least how my brokerage works. So again, so I only count the $78.66 that's actually reinvested. That's why there's a different number here. And I do that all the time, but I don't typically show the taxes taken out like that. But I wanted you to be aware of it for those who may not understand. If they see this in their brokerage, it might not make sense the first time. So that's why. But anyway, $78.66 that was reinvested, picked up 2.14065 shares. And those new shares added $7.62 in forward annual dividend income, right? Those two shares will pay me $7.62 over the next year. So that's the dividend snowball in effect. Let's jump into the first day, May 30th there. Back in May was the day before the last day. We actually add a little bit of capital into the portfolio, $408.10 in new capital. Part of that 169 is in the next one, not this one, for the put there on Williams and Sonoma. That'll be in the next tranche there. So with those $408, we picked up 11 shares of Pfizer, ticker PFE. This is out of the healthcare sector, and those 11 shares added $18.04 in annual dividend income. And then the remaining $1,246.02 in new capital, for a total of $1,654.12 invested. We invested that on June 2nd, and with that, we picked up 4 shares of Sibanye-Stillwater, ticker SBSW. This is a mining company out of the material sector. We picked up those shares for $7.24. We picked up 4 more shares of Enbridge, ticker ENB, the same one that paid us out those dividends. We went ahead and picked up a few more shares there, continuing to build out that portfolio in Enbridge there. So Enbridge, again, is out of the energy sector, 4 shares at $36.75 per share. We picked up 4 shares of the monthly paying realty income, ticker O, at $59.73 per share. This is out of the real estate sector here. We picked up AT&T has really dropped down. I believe it's actually maybe even touching the 14s now, but whenever we grabbed it, it was in the 15s. AT&T, ticker T, out of the communication sector, we picked up 6 shares there at $15.01 per share. Added 4 more shares to Bank of America. We've really been building this one out. We're over 100 shares here, creeping up on 400 shares of Bank of America. I'd like to add a few more there, bring my cost basis down. It continues to be under my cost basis, so we picked up those 4 shares of Bank of America, ticker BAC, out of the financial sector at $28.84 per share. And Johnson & Johnson has continued to pull back, so we added a nice tranche to this one, 4 shares of J&J out of the healthcare sector at $156.44. Another one that's well below my cost basis. I think my cost basis is like 163 now, and it's coming down. Every time I add a little more here, it continues to come down. So I don't mind this dip because it's bringing down my cost basis and hopefully bringing up my future potential returns. Now, all told, these new positions here, these new stocks, added $49.27. So if we add this $49.27 to the 7 and some change we got from Enbridge in passive income from the dividends paid out in the new shares that they picked up, and on the previous page, the $408 that we put into Pfizer, that comes to $74.93 in annual passive income added to the portfolio. Again, $1,654.12. Part of this was that $169 put that we got from Williams and Sonoma. So very good week all together. Now let's run through the sector weights here real quick. Communications is making up 8.2% of the portfolio currently. Consumer discretionary is sitting at 8.72. Consumer staples 5.60. Energy is sitting at 7.50% of the portfolio. Financials makes up 12.08%. Healthcare 13.98. Creeping up here on the healthcare side. Industrials makes up 8.54%. Materials 9.53%. Utilities, still no utilities. And REITs and real estate is still the largest piece of the pie, 14.58% of the overall portfolio. Here you can see on the right, it's the same sector weights, but broken down also by the percentages, but also by the how much I have allocated to each one position. Communications, $11,367, for example. So you can look at that. Just a different way to look at the pie here. Now, on to the portfolio update. I show this every week. I want you to see exactly what I'm holding, whether I'm up or down, how many shares I have, my market value, right? The ticker, right? How many positions I'm in, all the positions I'm in, how many shares, current price as of the close of business on the previous Friday, market value, right? What it's currently worth, my average share price, my purchase price is just my average share price times the total shares. Whether I'm up or down, right? The red I'm down and the black I'm up, right? So I am down overall $3,751.70. Percent return down 2.63. This has actually crept up quite a bit. I was down, I think, 4% last week. So I'm not really as concerned with up or down in the portfolio. As a matter of fact, I think I mentioned I don't mind seeing the reds. I like to buy when these stocks become cheaper, and whenever they're pulled back 20% and already at cheap, in my opinion, I don't mind adding to them because it brings down my cost basis, brings up my dividend yield, and brings up my future returns. What sector they're in, quarterly, monthly, or semi-annual payer, what their current dividend yield is, yield on cost here, portfolio weighting, right? We saw the sector weightings on the previous slide. Ally makes up 4.33% of the portfolio, so just showing what each individual position sector weighting is. The estimated annual income here, what months they pay out, their current dividend growth year over year, and where they're at if they were 15% of their 52-week low. That's what this number here is showing you. So total shares, I'm sitting at 3,896.81 shares. Market value is $138,672.25. Purchase price, what I have into it, $142,423.95. So again, as I mentioned earlier, I am down $3,751.07, down 2.63%. Current dividend yield sitting at 4.987. My yield on cost sitting at 4.856. And this one right here, that's why it's circled in red, is really what it's all about to me. Whether the market's up, whether the market's down, whether the market is floating sideways, this continues to grow. The annual income paid out from the dividends, right here, right, from the dividends, the cash paid out from the dividends in the portfolio, all the positions. This is what it's all about, $6,916, and this continues to grow week over week, month over month. That snowball is really, really churning now. Dividend growth currently sitting at 7.92%. Well, that is it for this one. That's the overall portfolio update. Hey, do we have any of the same holdings? Let me know what holdings of mine that you have here. Let's run through them real quick. Ally, Bank of America, Cisco Systems, Enbridge, Enterprise Product Partners, HP. This is the computer company here. Johnson & Johnson, Kraft Heinz here, Lyondell Basel, MPW is that's a REIT there. Realty Income, the monthly paying REIT. Owens Corning here. Omega Healthcare Investors is a lot like MPW. Pfizer, Procter & Gamble, Siboney Stillwater, that mining company that I've been picking up a lot lately. Ticker T, AT&T, Union Pacific, Vale, Verizon, and Williams and Sonoma. So if you have any of those, like I said, drop down in the comments. Let me know which ones we have in common. Well, as always, appreciate you stopping by. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to show me some love. Hit that thumbs up, ring the notification bell. Most importantly, subscribe to the channel. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think of the video. I do personally read and respond to the comments. I'm always interested to read your questions or opinions. And if you have some stocks you'd like me to cover in the Stock Pick of the Day series, go ahead and drop them down. I'll work it into the rotation, and we'll try to cover them on a day they pull back and see if we can see some value in any of your suggestions. Well, this is Shane signing off, wishing peace and prosperity to you and yours. And remember, financial security comes to those who take a vested interest. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you in the next one. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing in this presentation should be considered financial advice. I'm only sharing my opinion and investing journey for educational and entertainment purposes. Investing involves risk and money. Should never invest any amount not comfortable losing. Always do your own research. Invest based on your situation, circumstances, and select criteria, or seek the advice counsel of a certified financial advisor.